Yo, what's good? It's your big bro, JDJ. Hey, man, we're here to do one thing. We got a hot 10 minutes to do this, bro. And the clock is starting. Two, one. Now, hey, we got a few good bars. We got 10 minutes, man. At the end of the day, we all need a few good bars, meaning good words, words of encouragement, words to pick us up, words to keep us focused, man. And that is what I am here to do. For the first 10 minutes of the day, start your day with getting a few good bars, bro. All right, let me just stop talking to talk. One of the things, man, that with creating and being able to actually be a light while creating is probably one of the most it's definitely a beautiful thing to walk, a pathway to walk, but it's also too, it challenges you. It challenges your faith. It challenges your character, because you got to realize that you're looking in the mirror. There's nobody else that's going to do the work. It's only you. And it's like, what's the purpose of doing all this work in the first place? Like, what's the purpose of waking up in the morning, whether if it's going to work, whether if it's working towards something, building something, and all this shit is about to perish anyway. Like, all this shit, like the records that you may set at your job or your workplace, like when you die and after, so long, all that shit's going to be forgotten. It's like, what are we building that's going to actually last forever? Like forever. And like, God, it's amazing that Jesus tells us, like, yo, we can build treasures in heaven. Like, build treasures where it'll never perish. I think that's a beautiful thing. Like, because we're going to live there forever. Like, there's going to be ranks in heaven. Like, there's rank in heaven, bro. And it's all based off our work and our fruit and our labor and service here. And I think society has it kind of messed up as far as like, how they view kingsmanship. Like, I think the true ability of a king is to serve, is not to be served. I think being a king comes with showing your service to people and it's being excellent. Otherwise, I think everything else is just self-service. And it's crazy about self-service because society today, so everything's so self-motivating. It doesn't take faith for nothing. You don't need God for nothing. You know what I mean? It's like, hey, if you just do these 5 to 10 or 20 steps, you'll make it. And that's not the case, bro. Like, I really do believe like God put stumbling blocks in front of people who he loves, because if you fall into the trap of, money equates fulfillment, then you're going to be lost. You're going to be alone. And it's like, it's enough lost rich people in the world already. So why would you want to become another one? It's like, God first wants to establish the treasure in you so that then you could be able to manage, the riches as they come. Because if you just jump straight to being rich, that shit, likelihood, you're going to fuck it up. Most people who get, positions of power early and they didn't actually have to work or go through a struggle to get it, typically will probably lose it very early. Because I think those who go through the daily grind every day to be able to work at something, and then of course they have their moment, their breakthrough, where they can say in their journey that they made it. I think that it's a lot more appreciative of the actual, moment when you actually put in the work and enjoy the day to day. Like, it didn't come in one night. It didn't come in 1 year, 2 years, 3 years. And I honestly think, man, that's the pathway of life, man. Just take it a day at a time. Like, can you enjoy today? Can you enjoy today? Like, if you can just take time and enjoy today every day, bro, life is good. Life is good. Life is But I think the only way that really happens is if like you have the word of God, bro. Like, I think one of the best things you could ever do in life is put the Bible on play, and if you don't understand it, start the whole verse over again. Like, start the whole chapter over again. Like, let's say if you read in one of the Gospels, you read Matthew, and in Matthew chapter 5, right, you hear something, and it's like, hold on, wait, what did he just say? Just start it all over. Like, take your time. Take your time, but spend a lot of time in the word, because I believe the more you replay the word in your mind, the clearer things will be for you. Like, the more you could just replay it. You ain't got to replay a pastor. You ain't got to just hear the word of God, bro, and over again. Like, you ain't even got to hear me. But I think the reason why I'm doing this and why I'm motivated and focused to be able to build people up is because I think there's no focus on solutions. There's always focus on problems, bro. Like, it's like if Jesus died for sin, if we just think about this, Jesus died for sin, which is the ultimate problem. Ultimately, that when it comes down to the root of every problem is sin. He died for that very thing. And so because of that, we can work from there. It's like we have solutions. Just in that very illustration, the root of everything, the root of every problem is sin. And if he died for that very thing, that means that there's always going to be options. And it's like walking in that path, I believe it's the most beautiful thing you could ever do. Choosing to believe in Jesus. But I think one of the and I'm all over the place, but that's what this is for. It's a few good bars. I'm giving you a few good bars, random thoughts. I'm getting it off. All right, but anywho, but I think with Jesus, one of the reasons why a lot of people have a lot of problems with who he is because they don't understand. Like, if people would understand who he actually was, it's hard not to love or fall in love with who he is, especially experiencing it in your daily walk. It's hard to not, gravitate to someone who loves you so much. It's tough to have bad days, bro, when you understand that you're valued, you're loved, God is patient with you. And it's even better when you be fucking up. Like, it's been moments in my life where I was just straight fucking up, bro. Like, I wasn't focused. I wasn't aligned. I wasn't, focused on the word or whatever. But God just kept blessing me, bro. Like, he just kept giving to me. And I'm like, yo, like, I don't deserve this. Cause I was just looking at my actions. You know what I mean? I'm like, all right, what's going on here? Like, I'm fucking up. I'm in the flesh. Da 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 da. Like, but it's like, it's not about my works, bro. That's the thing. It's really not about my works. Now, what I solved and what I actually realized in my belief system, like, there's certain things that I would leave an open door to. And because of that, I'm subject to the temptation to be able to fall into it. It's like, if you leave certain doors open, it's just easier to fall into the temptation. And it's not that, now that I believe in Jesus, that, there is a repercussion for sin. Like, there's still like consequences that comes with it. You know what I mean? Jesus just doesn't punish us twice. It's just the reality. It's just the law. It's like the law of gravity. You know what I mean? So nobody really gets away. That's why I feel like you should never judge people, because nobody gets away purely with sin. You know what I mean? Whether if it's the spirit convicting you, letting you know, reaffirming to you, like, hey, do you not know who you are? You are righteous. You have right standing. You don't have to walk this way. It's like, you don't have to walk this pathway of anger when you know the pathway of peace is right here. You know what I mean? So it's a different walk of life. You know what I mean? When you could be able to get convicted and be able to have a refocus, like, yo, that's not even my identity. And I think it's a beautiful thing to have. I'm all over the place. I mean, oh, We almost up. Anywho, man. Hey, man, that was my little rant, bro. Yeah, get what you got from that. It's the first one, so it's probably trash. Absolutely trash, bro. So it's probably all over the place. A lot of random thoughts, but I'm getting it off, man. Hey, few good bars, bro.